SQL commands. Standard SQL commands to interact with relational databases are create, select, insert, update, delete, and drop. Commands are classified in groups in accordance to their nature. DDL or data definition languages, DML or data manipulation languages, DCL or data control languages. DDL, a database language used in constructing or structuring data within databases. DML, a database language used to query and modify data. DCL, a database language used to grant or revoke privilege to a user. Here's what you will see inside a server. We have sample DB or database underscore books. A database can have more than one table. This is what inside a table, specifically table books, a literal view of data in table. Table is a collection of related data entries consisting of numerous rows and columns. This is the most common and simplest form of data storage in relational databases. Field. A table is broken up into smaller entities called fields or columns. It is designed to maintain specific information about every record in the table, such as the label above the records. Record or rows is each individual data entry that exists in a table. Null value. A null value in a table is a value in a field that appears to be blank. A null value is different from a zero value or a field that contains spaces. It literally is blank. None. SQL constraints. Constraints are the rules to enforce on data columns on a table. These are used to limit the type of data that can go into a table. This ensures accuracy and reliability of data. Constraints can either be column level or table level. Column level constraints are applied only to one column, whereas table level constraints are applied to the entire table. Most commonly used constraints in SQL: primary key, foreign key, not null constraint, default constraint, unique constraint, check constraint, and index constraint. Primary key uniquely identifies each row or record in a database table. Foreign key uniquely identifies a row or record in any other database table. Not null constraint, it ensures that a column cannot have a null value. Default constraint, it provides a default value for a column when none is specified. An example of primary key from table books. Book ID uniquely identify each record in the table. It's like index in arrays on programming. An example of primary key, default value, and foreign key in table underscore rented books. Rented book ID is the primary key of the table as it identifies its rows. There's a default value on date rent, 000-00-00, as an assumption or start that the book was never returned or rented. Book ID is the foreign key here because it identifies the rows in table underscore books and not table underscore rented books.